It is currently 10:27. I've already filmed a whole video, which you will probably see next week or the week after, depending on what I decide to post next, because I am pre-recording to be prepared for Christmas break. Speaking of Christmas and the holiday season, we have decorations, we have snowmen, we have festivity going on inside the household with the Christmas tree and all the decor, but I also want to keep the festivity going over on YouTube. So, I have come to terms with the fact that I'm a great gift giver. I think being a good gift giver and enjoying giving gifts and coming up with ideas is the reason I enjoy Christmas as much as I do. I love Christmas. And I especially enjoy creating beautiful gifts that you can give to people that you otherwise don't know what to gift them. And so I decided to go that route for today's video. And that's what we're doing. We're doing a holiday gift guide for the loved ones in your life that you just can't possibly find something for. Either they have everything and you have no other ideas, or you don't know them well enough to know 100% of what you should get them or what's on their list, or you just want something cute and creative. You don't want to have the same old gift card. Also think that some of these could be phenomenal Yankee Swap, white elephant gifts. I don't know what people always call it. I was always told Yankee Swap, white elephant is what I hear a lot, but like, I don't know who says that. So yeah, if you're trying to come up with some sort of interesting white elephant gift that you yourself would be okay with taking home and not being upset if you got your own gift, you know, because like, you hate to be in a Yankee Swap and somebody gives you a crappy gift and you have to take it home, but everybody else got good stuff, right? Like, you want to put in something that if you got it back, you'd be perfectly fine with it. So that's the kind of stuff we're gonna do today, okay? So, before we do that though, please subscribe to my channel. It can be your Christmas present to me and it costs you $0. See that? First gift guide suggestion. Subscribe to your favorite YouTubers. And whether I'm your favorite or not, hit the subscribe button, why don't ya? Free gifts. Don't we love free? Everybody loves free. And you know what's free? That button down there that's red and says subscribe. Wanna know what's also free? The like button. And, better yet, the comment button. You can just like type a little something, hit a comment. Great, okay? All free gifts you can give to me as a thank you for providing you with these phenomenal ideas. You're welcome. Clearly I'm losing it. It's 10:30 and I'm doing my best. Okay, let's get into it. If you are my mother, my sister, my father, my brother, my grandmother, my friend Shelby, I think that's it. Because I'm not really buying that many gifts for other people. If you're any of those people and you are trying to watch this video, I'd highly recommend maybe don't. Because if you do, you're gonna find out what you're gonna get for Christmas, and I would hate that for you, okay? I would hate that for you. So, if you are any of the people that I just listed a minute ago, turn this off and watch it after Christmas, okay? If you wanna support me and watch my gift guides, cool, I appreciate you and I love you. Watch it on January 1st. Anyways, even December 26th, I don't give a shit. Don't watch it before December 25th. Got it? Cool. Back to my regular scheduled programming. I have a few general ideas that I would like to go over in more detail at the end, but I do have a couple of just like random ideas for when you just can't come up with something for somebody in your life that you need to give a gift, okay? So, I think a great gift is always plants. Whether they are somebody who's into plants, not into plants, somebody who's moving, somebody who's, you know, starting a new job. I got that idea from Jessica Brown. The new job thing came into my head. She said that and I was like, genius. Because you can bring a plant to your office, you can bring a plant to your bedroom, in your bathroom, in your living room, in your any space of your home. The benefits to plants are astronomical. They provide you with a lot of health benefits mentally. That is proven through environmental psychology, which I have a background in interior design, so that is something I know about. Plants and being able to see live plants in your everyday life can bring you a lot of joy. It also promotes productivity and it makes it so that you are able to get more done and feel more motivated. So plants are great. They also clean the air. Now, People say they clean the air and it's like, ooh, plants. You would need like 100 plants to even like clean your air a little bit, but you know what? A little bit is better than zero. So getting a plant is great. Some plant suggestions, okay? For the people in your life who may not be plant people, okay? One that I personally love that is gorgeous and super easy to take care of, and I've actually given as a gift multiple times, is a bromelaid plant. Put a picture here, I have one as well. They're essentially a plant that always has like a flower. It's not really a flower, but it's like a bright colored plant with the green leaves splaying out. To keep it alive, you have to keep water in the little cylinder where the plant is, the little flower. There's like a little cylinder area. Just put the water in there and it's lovely. And then you have to keep the soil moist. I'm pretty sure you can always look it up. I honestly haven't watered the soil on mine and it's doing just fine. So mainly it's just a little cup in the center. Another good option is a spider plant. They're very hard to kill. They do like more bright light, but you can put them in non-bright light and they'll just like slowly die. So like if you want to do that, that's great. Another one is always what I have back here. Ooh, that's the snowman. A pothos. I love pothos. They're a trailing plant, so they're gorgeous. They get like way bigger over time. As you can see, this one's almost touching the floor. I've had it for I think 4 years now, three years. And it's stunning. They're very hard to kill. You need to water them. Like as soon as you see the leaves start to droop, you'll water it. And I love it. I also have a ZZ plant, which is another like hard to kill plant. It's also known as a rubber plant. Spider plants are also harder to kill. So any of those style plants I think are great just because they're hard to screw up. And if you do, what are you gonna do, right? You also can always paint like a little pot to put the plant in. I did that for gifts for teachers. I've done that for gifts for my ex-boyfriend's grandmother. For like a birthday present, I painted her pot and put a bromelaid plant actually inside of it. Another thing that I think could be really cute given like just the lifestyle people are kind of developing based off of like COVID a little while back, but I feel like a lot of people got into puzzles. And if you could find like a super cute and unique puzzle, maybe somebody would be super pumped about it, whether it's like a memory of like a state or like a place that they visited or a favorite vacation spot or a puzzle of like a landmark that they've been to or even like a sports team or I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of puzzle options. It gives them something to do. And also if you finish the puzzle and want to like glue it together and hang it up, could be cute. But I just feel like that would be like a fun thing to give somebody that's pretty inexpensive, and if they're into puzzles, could be something to look into. I also think that gifting your favorite book is a great idea always, because I think people are more interested in a book where you are telling them exactly what about it is so good. And honestly, if it's your favorite book of all time, it's gonna be hard for it to be bad to somebody, if I'm being honest with you. So a great example of that, my friend down here in Charlotte, her name is Shelby, I just lent her, she didn't keep it, but I lent her 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult, one of my favorite books of all time. She brought it home, started it that night, and immediately texted me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, okay? So if you're doing like a little friend hangout, you're all just like doing a little Friendsmas, I don't know if that's a thing, not Friendsgiving, but you know, and you don't know what to get your friend, you want to keep it under like a $20 limit, you're like, I just don't know what to do. Get them your favorite book, maybe even do this as like a group gift, okay? Everybody purchases their favorite book and you all like just swap with someone and you just get to read a bunch. And I just think that would be super fun. I think reading is great for you. I think finding really good books that you can just like completely submerge yourself in this new world of people and places and things happening that otherwise don't exist out here, just like retreating from the world for a little bit to like just live this other life that's not your own, I think is so great and so relaxing and so calming. It's also great to do at night if you don't want to use your phone, because your phone screen with the blue light and the LEDs actually keep you awake. So reading is always great. So if you got this book, you could then like read it at bed. And then on the same realm of books, this is an idea that I thought of which would be great for anyone, but mainly like if you don't want to give your favorite romance novel to your cousin, your male cousin or something. Something that I think could be super interesting that I think gets overlooked a lot is coffee table books. So coffee table books can be pretty pricey sometimes, but they can be super cool, interesting books based off of any topic. So if you know something about your cousin, your friend, your dad, your grandfather, people who have a very specific interest and hobby, say old Ford model cars, or this particular place in France, or this particular clothing brand from Italy, famous like runway show brand. If you go onto Amazon, Barnes & Noble, who knows where else, those would be my two best guesses, but go on there, you type in coffee table book and then the topic. You're going to find something, okay? And that's super interesting in my opinion, to be able to get some cool coffee table book, because it's full of images and like brief descriptions and information, but mainly images. And if it's something they love, it could be images that they have never seen before of these really cool, interesting things. Or even like an artsy coffee table book. If you know that they like the MoMA, then like find a coffee table book with like all the art from the MoMA, or a particular artist from the MoMA, or anything. There's just so many options for coffee table books, and then they don't have to sit there and read a book, but it's not only decor, it's a conversation starter, but it's also just interesting for someone who's super into a topic and a specific like niche. There's a book for it. So I feel like those are like some underrated gifts. Could be pretty inexpensive. You can give to people that you're not really sure what else you can provide for them. And now I kind of want to get into the more creative ideas. Sometimes these gift ideas can get a little bit more on the pricier side, depending on how many of these things you're piling in or whatever. Also, sometimes they can be unbelievably inexpensive to the point that they're like a couple dollars a piece. So it really varies, but I wanted to start off by talking about one of my favorite ways to give a gift to somebody that you truly don't know that well is a basket of some kind. So, for example, I created a couple baskets last year for my dad's girlfriend, who I'd met maybe once, and my boyfriend's grandmother. Ex-boyfriend's grandmother. So in each basket, I just knew particular things that each person liked. So say for my ex-boyfriend's grandmother's basket, I asked somebody what her favorite wine was. So I went out and bought a bottle. I then also went to TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They have like cool Christmas themed stuff. And they had a beautiful Christmas themed, like, it was technically a champagne flute, but it had like hand painted poinsettias on it, and it was stunning, like stunning. And I bought two of those, put them in the basket, get a cute little blanket. You can buy like a bin, a basket, it could literally be a hamper. Like, I don't know, if you go to TJ Maxx or Target, you can walk into these like basket aisles, and sometimes you can find the perfect size basket for like a gift basket. You put a blanket on the bottom instead of like tissue paper to kind of like lift it up. So I had the wine, those two things. I also bought like a super cool wine stopper from TJ Maxx. I then created my own artwork on my iPad, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Printed that out, framed it, put it in the box, put a photo of my daughter in the box, and there's a couple more things that I did, but I can't seem to remember them off the top of my head. And I gifted her that basket, and she thought it was the most delightful thing ever. And I thought it was so cute, and it was so easy and fun to just like put all these quick things together. And that can get pricey, you know, because if you're paying like $15 for a basket, $25 for a blanket, and then these champagne flutes are $5 a piece, you know, you're at $10 more, and then you have like a $20 bottle of wine, and like it can get pretty pricey, but it kind of depends on the size of the basket, what you're putting in it, and things like that. Another basket that I did for my dad's girlfriend last year, and I'll probably do a similar thing this year, I asked my dad, what are some things she likes? She likes coffee. Cool. So I got a little basket, once again, put a blanket in it. Never fails, blankets are great. And you don't have to use tissue paper. So like, I just didn't want to use tissue paper to fill a bin or a basket. I wanted to just like fill it up with the blanket. I also got, once again at TJ Maxx, like a wooden holiday sign. It was like red painted and just said like holiday in cursive. I put that in the basket. I got her a little like travel iced coffee style cup, kind of like this one. I got her a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts and like fuzzy socks and a candle and things like that. So just like piling a bunch of cute little things inside this basket, and I gave it to her and she loved it. So All of that to say that if you know even a smidgen of information about a person, you can throw things inside of a basket and it looks like you put in a lot of effort, and it's also just like super fun to go out and pick stuff for people. So a couple ideas that I had for baskets were like all their favorite things. Like I listed like coffee, like okay, great. You could also do like a date night in kind of basket where you do popcorn and snacks and like a good movie and maybe some like cozy slippers or like an eye mask or like a face mask, a game, you know, like you could do like a card game or a robe in the basket or something. You could also do a spa basket, could also have a robe, could also have slippers, you could also do face masks, you could do a nice candle, you could do some bath bombs or some bath salts, you could do essential oils, even like a little mini essential oil diffuser, you could, a bunch of stuff for that. I also have a cozy basket, which would be like socks, blankets, gloves, like a nice pillow, I don't know. I think also just like throwing in a random Christmas decoration is kind of interesting because it's Christmas, nevertheless. So you could put in a cute little sign that's holiday themed that matches your theme of your basket, whether it's color or texture. And then I have two more under like sets. So you could do like a sports memorabilia basket or a set for say an uncle, a cousin, your dad, your grandfather, or even just any women that are super into sports. But typically I struggle to get gifts for my dad. He's hard to shop for in my opinion. So a sports memorabilia basket, whether you get like a little basket or a bin or something and you put like their favorite sports team sweatshirt and then like a car decal and a travel mug and maybe socks and just like all things that don't really make sense together, but they all just have the Patriots logo or the Bruins logo or the Red Sox or the Celtics. And yes, I'm only doing Boston sports for a reason. And all these things have that same theme, so they all go together. And then they get this big sports memorabilia, they're in love with it, they think it's so cool. You can also throw in scratch tickets. I think that is a very underrated thing to do for say like a white elephant or a Yankee swap. So throw a couple scratch tickets into any gift that you're giving and people are gonna throw themselves at it because everyone loves scratch tickets. And then one gift that I've actually received in a white elephant that I think was so cute, and I still have every item from it, a cookie sheet. And then it had like these two like holiday themed silicone stirrers or like utensils or scrapers, whatever you want to call them. And then it also had like a bunch of cute little cookie cutters that were Christmas themed, and I have all of them still. I still use those silicone stirrers all the time. Anytime I'm baking, I also use that baking sheet because it's the only one I own, conveniently, all the time. And I just thought it was a really good idea. You could also throw in like a cute recipe. Like a good, if you have a great sugar cookie recipe, throw in a cute recipe. Also, I learned I don't have a rolling pin. So I feel like adding a rolling pin would be great into that baking set. And I know a lot of people might have the right baking necessities to be able to do all these things, but cute cookie cutters and like decorative holiday related things for baking is great because in the holidays, people are baking all the time. So those are more of just like the baskets, sets that you can come up with. And honestly, you can come up with 1,000,001 other themes. Those are just what I came up with. And I think that it could be super interesting. Whether you do like a picnic basket with like wine, cheese, wine glasses, little literal picnic basket, things like that. Just come up with a good idea, a theme, and just run with it. Especially at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, you'll probably find everything you need to find. Or Target. Target is phenomenal for stuff like that. The only caveat to baskets I have is that they're way better to shop for in person. So shopping online for like a themed basket is much harder, I think, than trying to go in person and doing those things. So if you're not comfortable going in person, you can try to do it online, like on Amazon. You'll probably find 1,000,000 options, but I just think walking around Target and TJ Maxx and Marshalls, sometimes things jump out at you that you're like, oh, that'd be perfect for this. Like the wine stopper or those champagne flute glasses. I didn't know they were going to be at TJ Maxx, but they were there and they were stunning. And I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect in the basket. So that's why I think that's a great idea. Another couple things I have that are more, I'd say, relatively inexpensive. One idea that I think is really great, and I do all the time for like extended family members, even just like close family members, when it comes to being budget friendly and trying to not blow my budget on things, is just like a framed photo. So if you have a child, if you don't, irrelevant. If you have a family, this can work. If you have a dog, this can work. If you have a niece or nephew, that you have a phenomenal picture of, this can work. So I take a photo of my child, of me, whatever we like, our family photo together, or say if you had like a group family photo done on Thanksgiving, you can print that out, get multiple prints, send them to Walmart. They're like 1 hour prints. I think they cost like 10 cents a piece. You get a ton of pictures, okay? Varies in sizes, you can pick. Then you just go and buy frames and you put the picture inside the frame, and here you go, family, here's a lovely gift of my face. And although it sounds ridiculous, I honestly think that it's a great present because you can renew that photo every year, and it can just like become a tradition for you to gift this family portrait, or get progress shots of your child growing up, or their grandchild, or even like your family and you and your dog, and then eventually that grows into you, your dog, and your boyfriend, and maybe even fiance and child, and it just like slowly progresses over time, and it's inexpensive. This kind of stuff can like really go a long way, just because it's personal and it's not like completely cheap, because you can get a nice frame. You can pick a frame that kind of matches their aesthetic. You can also just like get a decently sized photo, like an 8x10 or even a 5x7. Get a nice frame with a mat on it, and it will make all the difference in the photo, I promise you. And that's just like an inexpensive way to do that. Another thing that I mentioned before, which was drawing the art and then printing it and framing it. I want to say if you're artistic, but honestly I think anybody can follow these tutorials even if you're not artistic. But if you have an iPad and an Apple Pen, which I do, and you download Procreate, which is a $10 app, you can go and you can draw and create anything. I actually learned how to draw and Procreate based off of tutorials from a woman named Tila Tuesday here on YouTube. She does a new tutorial every week, I believe on Tuesdays, if it's not Wednesdays, I think it's Tuesdays. You can even sign up for her emails. She has free brushes that you can use in that app. She has free color palettes to go with all of her tutorials. She goes through every step with you. You watch her do the whole thing. You can copy her drawings point blank to a T. It'll look stunning. You PDF it, you send it to Walmart on an 8x10, and you have a stunning, beautiful, like custom made art piece that nobody else is gonna have. So for example, I'll show you the image, I'll insert it here, of the one that I did last year, and even a couple others that I learned from her tutorials. I'll also link her down below. Her tutorials are great, and if you can't draw, I think that she's still somebody that you can learn from. And then you just take like an hour of your day, you draw this photo, it looks beautiful, and now you're able to go and print it out and frame it, and it's like a custom art piece that you've given to your family members. And honestly, I think that that is like worth more than a random basket of goods. If you have an iPad and an Apple Pencil and you've just never dived into Procreate because you don't know how, I think Tila Tuesday is the person for you. She is the reason I know how to draw anything on Procreate. And it's more like cartoony flowers, which is my vibe to a T, and it's just stunning. The other things that I have on here are DIY crafty projects. I've done this kind of gift for people a ton. I'm actually doing it this year in a completely different way, but a couple years ago when I was dating one of my ex-boyfriends, his family for Christmas, I didn't know what to get them. I just had zero ideas. Oh, is that your foot, Ella? It is your foot. I thought it was a toy under here. I'm like stroking it with my toe and like moving it around. I didn't know what to get them. I didn't have a lot of great ideas. And to be honest, I was in college and I was broke. So I went to Michael's. I bought a pack of 4, I think it was 4 or 5 bulbs, clear glass bulbs. I bought a can of spray paint, some sticker letters, like big letters that are just black stickers, and I think another style of stickers that are more like cursive and smaller. And then like maybe a gold ribbon or something. I went home, I stuck the first letter of the family members' names. So if it was, let's say, John, Marie, Mackenzie, and Lewis. Very random names. I don't know where they all came from, but that's it. So I would take a big J, stick it on the glass bulb. I would hold it like this outside. I would take my gold spray paint, shake it up, spray all around the bulb. The whole bulb is now gold. Okay, let that dry. Do that again for 3 more. Then you take little tweezers and you peel that sticker off. Cool. You have a gold bulb now with a clear J. Then I took the other sticker that was more of like a cursive style, and I put that on top of the space that was now made from the negative space of the J coming off. You could also take like a paint marker and paint the letter on yourself if you felt, confident enough to do that. Easily take a paint marker and paint the letter J on top of that. And I did every person in the family. I added little bows with ribbon on the top of the ornaments, and I gave it to them in a cute little box. They thought that was awesome because I took the time to make them ornaments. Did it take any sort of skill? No. Did it take a little bit of time? Like the smallest amount of time. It was very fast. The longest thing was just waiting for paint to dry. And that was it. Super simple DIY ornaments for a whole family. And it was custom and it was cute. They can't buy that at a store. If it goes with their like Christmas tree theme, super cool. Like mine's silver. I could silver spray paint it instead and then have my little, initials for all of my ornaments of my whole family like spread over the tree. It would be super cute. So that's a super easy ornament DIY. Now I'd like to jump into like more of a harder ornament DIY. This is like a moderate ornament DIY. So you can go to Michael's or any craft store really and purchase a pack of wood ornaments. So this is one of them. The other side I've already completed, and that is like the advanced DIY, and I'll show you that. It comes with the twine on top, and here it is. It's a plain circle. It has the rough wood edges. It's super interesting. They're all the rage right now. You could take this and paint a circle on it of any color you want, say white, a white circle. All around, leave a little bit of the wood so you can see some of the like rough wood. So you make the circle a little bit smaller than the outside, maybe even smaller than this twine. Hold, get a circle. Then with a like metallic marker, metallic Sharpie, metallic paint pen, you just draw a cute little letter, say A. Draw a cute little A on it, okay? Now you have a custom wood ornament with metallic marker on top. Super cute. The only reason I'm calling this moderate is you have to paint a circle. And if you're not steady enough with your hand, you might have to redo it a couple times. You might have to make the circle a little bit bigger every time you go around. You know what? No one's keeping track, okay? You can get a pack of 5 of these for, I think they were like $9 at the time, but you can also get super easy sales and coupon codes, and that would be super simple. You could also get the stickers that I talked about. Paint this and just slap a sticker on top. Simple enough. That would be a whole set of custom ornaments. That would be adorable. Then we have the advanced one. And this is what I'm doing for my whole family this year. Is I took a photo of either the family together, so say my sister's whole family, or my mom with the grandkids, or even just the grandkids together. And I took that photo and I just sketched, I'll even insert a picture if I still have one of the sketch. I sketched the outline of the general shapes of them. So I'm not doing anything detailed. I'm not drawing a face. Heck no, not on a little baby ornament. I'm doing general shapes. So a circle for my face, 2 lines for my neck. Oh, I was wearing a white long sleeve. So I do this, I draw little white long sleeve arms, base the proportions off of other things in the photo. So the biggest head, draw it first and then go down. Maybe my brother-in-law's head was the biggest, and my sister's head was slightly smaller, and then my niece's, who's 4, was much smaller, and then the baby was even smaller. So I can base those proportions off of other people and where they are in the photo, and then finish the bodies. General shapes, nothing crazy, no crazy patterns. If they're wearing a striped shirt, pick a color. If they're doing like a floral print, what's the background color? Blue? Blue it is. Doesn't have to be crazy, okay? Then you paint it in, and then write Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you want on the top. Their last name with the year. Super cute. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This one is my best one, which is why I'm showing you. I've done 4 of them. The first one, unfortunately for my sister, I'm so sorry, you were the first, and I feel like I hate it now looking back because I've gotten so much better at it. But This is one that shows my daughter, my niece, and then my other niece, okay? So, as I was saying, I took general shapes. So my daughter's face is a circle. So we're every other kid's. Hands, literally just like I drew mittens on them and painted them. I'm not drawing fingers, I don't care. This one I did a little bit more detail and added like shading for the necks, only because when the photo is this big on the ornament, I've done a bunch that were like much smaller, where the largest person was say this size of the baby. Having the neck be the same color didn't matter, but in this particular image, it was kind of important to have the difference in the neck shades, but you can also just do it the same color. I added hair. My daughter has wavy hair, she has curly hair, she has baby hair. Then, okay, she was wearing a gray cardigan, a white turtleneck, and a brown skirt. She was wearing a cute little outfit from TJ Maxx with a ton of patterning on it. Guess what? I didn't do it, just orange. You know what I'm talking about, it's an orange dress. This little girl had a nice, beautiful little yellow dress. This little fluffle ruffle at the top had a pattern on it, didn't add it. Like, it doesn't matter, there's no faces, there's nothing. But you know exactly what it is. This is a photo of those kids, and you can look at it and know exactly what it is because the photo was memorable. And now you have this beautiful, I almost just dumped my water all over my desk, which would have been a mess because it would have poured everywhere. Now I have this beautiful ornament to hang on your tree. And if I happen to do this again next year or the year after, or start to even sell these on Etsy, because I'm debating it, you can get progress images every year. So now you're getting a new painting every year of what they look like that year. This was the Thanksgiving photo, on Thanksgiving. So you get a picture of the 3 kids all together on Thanksgiving, next year, the year after, the year after that, the year after that, and now you have 4 or 5 ornaments of their progress over the years, and you have the year on it, so you know what year it was, and it's just cute. And it's themed. It's not like those DIY ornaments that like look like shit. Like, these are cute, and they're memories you can keep forever. I don't know. I think they're super interesting. If you have like a hint of artistic ability and you want to try it, I would highly suggest it. I had a lot of fun. But like I said, you can also just buy the ornaments, paint the circle, and add the letters, or add the name, or do something. There's a lot of simple ways to go about it, but like I said, this is the advanced option. It's like a custom family portrait on an ornament. The reason I bring this up is this pack of ornaments of 5 ornaments cost me, like I said, maybe $5. I owned all the paint. I drew on it with a Sharpie at the top. This gift is going to cost me $1 a piece. $1 a piece. And they're gorgeous. So there's super easy ways to do DIYs that cost you little to nothing. And another thing that I just want to mention super quick, last thing, and then we're going to close this bad boy out. When it comes to packaging and wrapping things like this, go to the dollar store and buy boxes there. They have like tin boxes that are super cute. They have paper boxes that are super cute. They have bags, they have wrapping paper, they have all this stuff, and it's $1, okay? I got a pack of 4. I need to go back and get another one because I forgot I had 5 ornaments. I got a pack of 4 boxes that can fit these ornaments for $1. So that means in total, this gift is going to cost me $1.25. This one, this. Looks like I spent $35 on it on Etsy. It's costing me $1.25. And that's all I have to say about that. So don't sleep on the Dollar Tree, because if you go to Target and you get the same pack of 4 boxes, it's gonna cost you $5 a pop, okay? Save your coins. I hope you liked this holiday gift guide for the people in your life that you can't possibly think of a gift for. I hope I was able to insert enough photos and images to make this clear. And if you have any questions or you want to ask me about theme ideas or anything, I love gift giving. Please send me a message, preferably over on Instagram, because I probably won't see it in like an email or anything. So at CaitlinJolene_makeup on Instagram, go over there, send me a DM and be like, hey, you talked about a gift basket. I had this idea of a basket for my dad that included cocktails. What can I do? And I can help you come up with ideas. I love gift giving, I love it. So if you need help or you have questions or anything doesn't make sense, reach out to me and I'll help you out. I know there's only a couple weeks till Christmas, but you still have time. Don't fret. I promise you, you have all the time in the world, especially if you're doing DIY quick stuff. or even just like these baskets. You can show up to like the store on December 23rd and fucking put the basket together and go home and call it a day, okay? So yes, at @CaitlinJolene_makeup on TikTok and Instagram. Pop up right here. I also have a new podcast with my best friend, Lindsay, that just came out on Monday. Now is going to have another episode coming out on Monday as well. But I will have the Spotify and Apple links down below, and Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio if they're approved, because at the moment they are still pending. But if they're approved, they will also be down there. Please feel free to go listen and like and rate and follow and all the things you do with podcasts. If you enjoy two like long-term best friends chatting about crazy dating stories, shit, giving each other shit, laughing, and then also occasionally getting into like super deep emotional things that we learned in therapy, best description of all time, head over there and listen. I think it's entertaining. I think it's fun. I'm finding it incredibly exciting to do because it's something different than like recording videos and makeup all the time. So feel free to hop over there and enjoy that. Subscribe, like, comment, you know the drill around here. And I'm gonna go to sleep now. So hope you all have a fantastic Christmas, a happy holiday, a great Hanukkah, lovely Kwanzaa. I don't know, whatever you celebrate, I hope it's phenomenal. I hope you get to eat all the food, laugh a lot, and give some phenomenal gifts, because that's the best part of holidays, is giving gifts and seeing people be so excited for them. That's my favorite part anyways. And wrapping them. I know I'm weird, but I love wrapping gifts. Yeah, so good luck. I'll see you all next Friday at 4 p.m. Love you all.